Hello there. It's time to continue our series of my analysis from the over-the-board tournaments. So I'm now in round 3, and if you have watched my previous two videos, you saw and I explained that in the first two rounds I faced very strong opponents, titled players, and now in the third round I'm playing much weaker opponent than me. So this is the problem with the Swiss system. When you have like 200 players, then you either get a title player or you get some beginner. It's very difficult to be lucky enough to have the player of your similar strength. Okay, so this my opponent is a kid. He's like 11 or 12, and he's obviously a beginner. But nevertheless, you'll see he's a fighter, so he doesn't have respect. He attacks, he sacrifices, and he plays what he thinks it's the best. And he ended up with 2 wins on this tournament. So yeah, a weaker opponent, younger opponent, probably beginner, but still with good fighting spirit. You'll see in the game I didn't have much troubles with him. It is short and interesting game. Okay, let's get to the game immediately. So e4, I was white here, so I just played my usual opening following common sense. So e5, this is expected. This is what kids learn to play. This is how chess is played. Knight f3, knight c6, so we are just going a normal development. I'm going for bishop c4, and he plays bishop c5, so just a normal Italian game. Now you can see there are several options. I can either develop the knight immediately. I could play something passive like d3. I could even try some crazy line with d4. But my usual play here is just c3. So I'm preparing d4 if he allows. So if he plays something like knight to f6, attacking my pawn on e4, then I don't play d4 here because it's too messy, it's too chaotic. Then I usually play just d3. So after knight to f6, I will play d3. But my opponent played here d6. So he went for this more passive setup. So now this pawn is not under attack. There is no reason why I shouldn't trust first in the center immediately, so I played d4. Here he takes d4, he took, this is okay. I took, now I have full pawn center. And at this moment he took some time and he thought about the position. And he decides to went for a piece sacrifice, which is of course unsound at this moment, but okay, I can understand his logic. He just went full Morphy style, trying to open the game, sacrifice the piece, and attack. And if I'm a weaker opponent, this might even work. Maybe if he was playing the opponent of his similar strength, this could even work. So he took, knight takes d4. I took back, knight takes d4, and now he played queen to f6. And I think this was his idea. So his idea was that my knight is kind of pinned here, so I cannot move my knight because I will get checkmated here on f2. So my knight is kind of pinned, I cannot move it, and at the same time it's attacked twice. So maybe he thought that he could somehow, that my knight is pinned, that then he can somehow win this piece. Okay, but I have several defenses. I can just defend the knight with bishop e3 and at the same time defend the pawn, or I could just play what I did, so knight f3. So by playing knight f3 I'm moving knight from the attack, and I also block the queen, so f2 is no longer under attack. And now he played a move which is not solid. I would expect that he now goes full on the attack, but this move is not consistent with his play. And this is bishop to e6, so he's offering to exchange bishops, and he's a piece up. So if you are down, piece down. So if you are down in a material, you should avoid exchanges and start to attack, start to complicate things, to make position as complicated as possible, and then maybe get some tactical choice. So I think this move is it's not logical in his style of play. So of course I just took. I mean, I want to exchange. I am up in material. He took with the queen, and now I played queen to d5. Here, of course, I want to exchange queens. I'm up a piece. If he doesn't want to exchange queens, I also attack this weak b7 square. He played this correctly, so he didn't want to exchange queens, so he played queen to g6, attacking my weak g2 square. I just defended this by castling, and then he played knight to f6, okay, developing, attacking my queen, but now I have this free b7 pawn. He castled here. His rook was under attack. Okay, and now I could go on and eat his pawns, so I could take, for example, on c7, but then I have to worry about my queen getting trapped. Like here, he can play the bishop here, put rooks here. Yeah, probably he will not be able to trap my queen even if I take this. But why risk? I mean, why even bother? Why even think and waste my energy and time for grabbing a pawn? I mean, this will not decide the game. In fact, the game is already decided. I just have to exchange pieces and we have an easy win. So this is why I didn't take the pawn. I just played knight to c3. Also, I should not be too confident. If you are up a piece and you are underdeveloped, you should develop your pieces. So even if this is a free pawn, even if he cannot capture, he cannot trap your queen, still you have some serious issues if your rooks are not connected, your pieces are not developed, and his pieces are developed. So his rooks are connected. You can see his queen is very active. Both of his pieces are active on active squares, so you can see that he's developed and that I'm not. So although I am a piece up, if I'm not careful, if I stay underdeveloped, maybe he can launch some kind of attack with his active pieces, and if I'm not developed, I will not be able to defend. So be careful, even if you are up a piece. Be careful. Don't neglect development and pieces activity. So knight to c3, developing. Rook a to b8. So he's attacking my queen. Again, I could take a pawn, but then I have to worry about trapping. So I don't want to do this. Yeah, it's if I take, he plays with the rook. I really don't have many squares to run. So it could be very tricky. So I just played queen to c6. He attacked again, rook b6, and yeah. Why did I play queen to c6? Because I saw this escape square. So I just want to play safe here. I don't have any motive to complicate things. I want to get my queen to safety and continue playing. So this is what happened. He attacked, I went to a4, he attacked, and now I went back. Now, okay, I'm safe. This pawn is hanging all the time, so from the move, I don't know what, I mean, immediately after the, after he played this knight here and this queen here, this pawn was hanging all the time, and I didn't have time to play a rook to e1 to defend it, so yeah, this pawn is just hanging. So he took the pawn, but unfortunately, here, yeah, I could take back and just continue the game. But there is winning tactics here, so if you want to pause the video now, you can maybe find a very simple move which wins the game on the spot. Okay, so the move is knight to d5 with several threats, so threatening to take the rook, but also threatening this fork here. So this is it. And he thought quite well on this move, and I was sure that he saw this fork. But after, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, he played rook to b7, and now he just missed this fork. So now check, I take the queen, and now he got totally discouraged. He didn't even take the knight, he just came back. I delivered another check, he came here, and then he resigned. So he played the move, hit the clock, and then resigned the game. So this was it. A relatively easy win in round 3, and now after this comes round 4, and round 4 is first interesting game. You will see I will be playing woman national master, and she's 1900 plus rated, and the game turned out to be very interesting because I played very well most of the game. So now the tournament becomes interesting after this third round. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel if you didn't, leave the comment below, and well, see you soon with the next game. Cheers.